Hi friends, this is Gautam Raj. In this video tutorial, I will explain the concept of how to configure RIP next generation routing protocol. In IP version 4, we can use RIP version 1 and version 2. Version 1 indicates classful routing protocol. Version 2 indicates classless routing protocol. In IP version 6, we can use RIP next generation routing protocol. So in this topology we can see three networks are there: network 1, network 2 and network 3. So the IP version 6 address is 2001:234:ABC:x:/64. The X indicates the net ID. In network 1 the LAN net ID is 123. In network 2 LAN ID is 3DF. In network 3 LAN ID is ABC. WAN network is 100, 200 and 300. So IP version 6 is an 128-bit address. /64 indicates net ID. First 64-bit is net ID and last 64-bit is host ID. We can assign the IP version 6 address to the network 1. We can go to the router 0. So we can go to the global mode. In global mode we can give IP version 6 space unicast-routing. For what purpose we can give IP version 6 space unicast-routing means by default router enable IP version 4 but IP version 6 is not enabled. If you not giving IP version 6 space unicast-routing means it cannot forward the IP version 6 traffic. Next we can go to the Fast Ethernet interface. Fast Ethernet 0/0 interface. Fast Ethernet 0/0. Now we can assign the IP version 6 address. So the syntax for assigning IP version 6 address is IP version 6 space address 2001:234:ABC/64 space EUI-64. So EUI-64 indicates extended unique identifier. That means the interface Fast Ethernet 0/0. So the first 64-bit net ID can be mentioned, and EUI-64 means the host ID can be generated depends upon the MAC address of Fast Ethernet 0/0. So Fast Ethernet can generate the MAC address. So the MAC address is an 48-bit address. So remaining 16 bits we can add it as FFFE. So the first 24 bits of MAC address and include FFFE and next 24 bits of MAC address. So now we can enable that interface using no shutdown. So here we can give IP version 6 enable, then only this interface can be enabled as IP version 6. Exit. Okay, now we can assign the IP version 6 address to the router 0 to switch 0 through the port Fast Ethernet 0/0. Now we can assign the IP version 6 address to the serial 0/0 and serial 0/0/1. Now we can go to that particular interface serial 0/0/0. Here we can give IP version 6 space address 2001:234:ABC:100 / the host ID is 1/64. Now we can enable that interface using the command no shutdown. So this is an DCN. So here we can apply the clock rate. So clock space rate space 64,000. So in serial interface serial 0/0/0 we can assign the IP version 6 address IP version 6 space address space 2001:234:ABC:net ID is 100:1. That means 63 bits are 0 and last bit is 1. So that's why only we can give :1. Here also we can enable that IP version 6 in this interface. IP version 6 enable. Exit. Now we can go to the Another interface serial 0/0/1. You can give IP version 6 space address 2001 colon 234 colon ABC colon 200 colon 1/64. Now we can assign the IP version 6 address to the serial 0/0/1. We can enable that interface using the command no shutdown. So this interface also we can enable the IP version 6. So the syntax for enabling IP version 6 on this interface is IP version 6 space enable. This is an DCN, so here we can apply the clock rate. Clock space rate 64,000 exit. Okay. In network 1 we can assign the default gateway address and serial 0/0 and serial 0/0/1. Now we can assign the IP version 6 address to the network 2.